Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Tyler Ellison, and today I'm going to be getting into some very exciting topics that I am very passionate about. And the topic is detoxification and ways to make detoxification a daily process. So, we live on a planet right now that's going through a lot of change and transformation, and due to the lower levels of consciousness this planet has been going through, people here for about 150 years have been polluting pretty heavily. The source of our global pollution is our own consciousness not being expressed in a vibrant, loving, natural way. Whenever our consciousness is not in alignment with who we are at a pure awareness level, our natural selves, our signature frequency, our actions then are no longer completely rooted in unconditional love and instead are rooted in lower vibrational expressions of energy that represent our unconditionally loving core expressing itself through negative beliefs, thus creating feelings of anger, sadness, fear, resentment, jealousy. And as people then use those lower vibrational energies as their motivation, the actions they then take are more often than not destructive or limiting or hurtful. And those types of lower vibrational motivations have been at play in human history for eons, for a very, very long time. And it is those types of motivations, it's those types of energies that have encouraged companies, power generation companies, technological companies, construction companies, all types of different forms of business. It's encouraged many of those forms of industry to become very polluting, to no longer be empathetic with the earth and the natural connection. And as a result, many forms of our industry that have been using these lower vibrational forms of motivation have become just that: hurtful, destructive, and limiting for the expression of natural life on the planet. And as a result, we have built a mess. We have built a mess. But the best part about every mess is that it can be cleaned up, because that's the nature of a mess, right? If you didn't have cleanliness in this dualistic paradigm, you then wouldn't be able to have a mess. So if you have a mess, then you by default, by definition, also have cleanliness, because they both exist in the same framework. They are both two sides of the same coin within dualistic expression. So we may have this mess of environmental pollution and bodily pollution, but by definition, that means we also contain the other equation in the polarity, which is cleanliness and health and order and clean communication throughout our system. So because of this sort of world we're in, where we're cleaning up this mess, it's important that we have tools to assist us in doing so. So today's going to get into the physical tools that are powerful for bodily detoxification. One of the reasons it's important to focus on bodily detoxification is because you and your energy ripple into the collective human consciousness, into the collective earth consciousness. Therefore, whatever changes you make in your own bubble of reality, your own personal bubble, that then is automatically shared with the human collective consciousness, with the earth collective consciousness. So as we begin to detoxify and cleanse our own bodies, we are assisting that same process on a physical and energetic level in our collective and on our planet. So I'm very excited to deliver this information. Nothing I say in here, by the way, in terms of what I'm going to be sharing with you for detoxification protocols, are medical recommendations. None of it's medical advice. I am going to be a doctor of acupuncture, but I'm definitely not going to be a medical doctor, MD. So only they can officially recommend medical advice, which, for better or worse, is just the way it is. So I can't say this is medical advice at all. These are just ideas. This is for educational purposes. So everyone's body's different. Research the supplements I'm going to talk about. Talk to a professional, whether it's a naturopathic doctor, a chiropractic doctor, or a medical doctor, or whoever. Talk to whoever your professional is before implementing anything in this video. So let's move forward. Ways to detoxify the body on a daily basis. So here's the thing. Many people like to do a cleanse maybe 3 months out of the year, and that can be really, really, really good. But toxins have a way of building up, and depending on where we live, we may be exposed to high volumes of toxins. As a result, for those of us who live in maybe more urban environments or who work with chemicals or who are working in industry, these are toxic environments in terms of the chemicals utilized oftentimes in those environments. As a result, it's important to not only protect the body on a daily basis from the compounds, but to also encourage the body's removal process of these compounds. So these are daily detoxifications. Generally speaking, with supplements, it's good to take a few days off, maybe 5 days doing this regimen, 2 days off, so the body doesn't become tolerant and used to the supplements. When you take time off, it allows for the body to become refamiliarized with its baseline. So the supplements, when you then bring them back in after the break, they then have more power. They work better. If you take them all the time, the body gets used to them, they have less of an effect. So remember to space this out, take some days off. This is a drink we're going to go over that can be drank daily. It can be drunk multiple times a day. You want to start small with it to see how your body responds, to see how you feel. I would encourage not taking high amounts of this drink in on too much of an empty stomach. You can take it on an empty stomach, but again, start small, because when you're not full of food and you take supplements, they become hyper-absorbed, so it can be a stronger effect. So you want to start small, be cautious, be conservative, nothing wrong with that. This is a drink that has been shared around the web. One of my favorite chiropractic doctors out of Hawaii is Robert Kassar. Very unconventional thinker. Not everything he says I'm super into, but a lot of what he says has wisdom in it in relationship to healing and regeneration. Now, this drink is based in distilled or highly purified water. This is the drink right here. Just hold that up so you can see it's yellow. It's a nice yellow color. There are 4 major ingredients. Five major ingredients in this drink. What I'm using is a distilled or purified water base. In the drink, I have put in ionic trace minerals. It's by a company called Trace Minerals Research, and the product is called Concentrace. I put in about 10 drops of this. This gives the water a greater electrical conductivity, so when we drink it, we are allowing for our electrical field to become strengthened through the minerals. So we have a stronger aura, we have stronger cellular communication, we have better metabolism, we have better hormones, because the conductive minerals are what help to deliver the signals of organization to every cell in the body. So this is loaded with the ionic trace minerals. I also put 3 drops in of OGIO, O-J-I-O, OGIO fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is very powerful. It's derived from soil. It's an acid found in prehistoric soils. And this acid has remarkable abilities. It's able to deliver antioxidants to all types of inflammatory situations in the body to bring down that inflammation. It also increases nutrient absorption. It also delivers fulvic trace minerals, which again improve and increase conductivity. So there are about 3 drops of fulvic acid in here. It's recommended for the OGO ones not to consume more than 20 drops per day. So I put 3 drops in this drink and then consume additional doses of the OGO fulvic acid later. So we have about 10 drops of the ionic concentrate trace minerals, 3 drops of the OGO fulvic acid supplement. I have half a squeezed lemon in here. So that's what's one of the things giving it the yellow color. Lemon, freshly squeezed lemon. I do about half a lemon. If I fill this up all the way, then I'll do a full lemon. But for half of this, I do half a lemon. And this is, let's see if I can find how many ounces this jar is. It doesn't have, this is a mason jar. Normally they say how many ounces are in here, but this one doesn't indicate it. So this is probably about 24 ounces if I had to guess. This is probably a 24 ounce bottle. So if I'm doing 12 ounces, right? 12 ounces of fluid, that would be half a lemon. Half a lemon for every 12 ounces of fluid. The other two ingredients I have in here are camu berry. Camu is an Amazonian berry that has mood elevation properties, blood sugar beneficial properties, cognitive beneficial properties, as well as the idea of being a high amount of vitamin C. In fact, it's one of the highest forms of vitamin C on the planet. It is very, very, very powerful in delivering vitamin C to the body. Animals have the ability to make their own vitamin C, which is incredible. For some reason, our bodies don't do that, at least not that we're aware of yet through research. So it's important to make sure vitamin C is supplemented into the body for a variety of reasons. It's used in many cellular reactions, but for detoxification, the vitamin C is important. And I definitely recommend camu berry as a extracted powder. So I literally have powdered camu in here. I also have that by OGO as well. So they're a company you can go to for camu berry. The other ingredient that's in here that's important for detoxification and works synergistically with the camu berry is MSM, known as methylsulfonylmethane. I have that in here in powdered form. When you combine vitamin C and MSM, methylsulfonylmethane, together, and you consume them, it produces a special chemical in your body. This chemical is known as glutathione. This is a detoxification chemical, and it's largely produced in the liver as well as the lungs. As glutathione is produced in these organs, which are major detoxification organs, the glutathione will then find inflammatory compounds. This might be metals, this could be carcinogens, it could just be simple free radicals, pollutants. The glutathione finds these compounds and it binds to them. As it binds to them, it converts their chemical form so the inflammatory pollutants or toxins then become water soluble. It increases the ability for those toxins to more greatly interact with water in the body. The glutathione will then take those converted toxins, bringing them to the urine, so you urinate the toxins out. And the vitamin C and MSM together increase the glutathione production within the body. The reason the lemon is in here, one is the minerals, very conductive food, but also two, MSM tastes crazy. It tastes like a drug. It does not taste very good. It's a very pure sulfur. It's a form of sulfur you can consume. It's not 100% pure elemental sulfur, but it's a form of sulfur that just tastes terrible. The lemon juice on its own completely neutralizes that flavor. So that's the function of the lemon in here. And when you take all of this together, it increases the absorption of the MSM and vitamin C and really gets that detoxification process going. I drink this just about daily. I take a few days off. But this in and of itself for me is like food. Like I'll have a bulletproof coffee in the morning, which is a coffee made with fat, right? Butter and what's called MCT oil put into the coffee. So it satiates the appetite and it produces a lot of energy, both from the caffeine as well as what's known as ketones, which are produced through the breakdown of fatty acids in the body. And for breakfast now, I'm just having that. And then I sip on this drink, which is very energizing, very nutritious, up until dinner. So I do what's called intermittent fasting throughout the day. And this drink in and of itself can produce energy, it can satiate the appetite, it can improve the mood, it can help you to feel good. So I personally drink this weekly, daily, taking a few days off here and there. And this is a really great way to get daily detoxification going. There's some other benefits to this as well. The vitamin C and MSM don't just produce glutathione, they also produce what's called collagen. Collagen is a very powerful compound that's utilized for skin health, hair health, and nail health, but it's also beneficial for digestive function and bringing down inflammation in the digestive system. So, this drink can also assist very greatly with beauty and skin appearance, skin health, and elasticity in the skin. So, this for me is one of my favorite detoxification drinks, and I want you to have access to this recipe so you can also be more empowered to clean up and detoxify your own system. I'm going to do more videos in the month to come to further elaborate on additional detoxification protocols, but this is a great one. This gets a lot of gunk out of the body. It's great for daily use. It can be taken with food. You can sip it throughout the day, and that's how I recommend using it. Having it something you're just sipping on throughout the whole day. Have it with some food so it's not too intense on your system. And as I've said, take it slow. See how your body responds. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. It was a great pleasure for me to make it. I wish you all the best day of all time. May you have beautiful existences, and may your own inner beauty become increasingly obvious to you in all that you see. Thank you so much. Enjoy your health. Enjoy 2020.